To set us up for our constant velocity unit, we'll be doing a lab where we examine the relationship between the distance or position of a car over time. This video will familiarize you with the procedures for this lab. Every lab begins with a question or problem. We're going to be determining how fast an object moves by observing how far it travels over time. We want to determine if there's a relationship between distance and time. Develop your own hypothesis. In your own words, what do you think is the relationship between position or distance and time of a moving object? Describe distance and time and how they're related. The purpose of our lab is to determine the graphical and mathematical relationship between the time and distance of a moving car. We'll be using these two variables, graphing their relationship, making a mathematical equation, and deriving a general equation. For our setup, we'll be using meter sticks or measuring tape and a toy car. We'll be measuring the car's position after letting it drive for 5 different amounts of times. The 5 different times that we'll be choosing represent the 5 different manipulations of the independent variable. For every time you manipulate the independent variable, you need to take 3 trials. So you're going to allow the car to drive 3 times for each of the 5 different times chosen. You'll measure a total of 15 different distances. To summarize a bit, our position is our dependent variable. Time is our independent variable, since we're controlling or manipulating time, but we are measuring position or distance. We're going to choose 5 different times for the car to travel. Again, this is manipulating the independent variable 5 times, which is best practice. You're going to measure the distance it takes to travel that distance using meters. Some good examples of data that you could use: 5 different times that are spread out an even amount would be 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 9 seconds, and 11 seconds. Remember, 3 distance measures per time. You take the 3 different trials and average them out. A couple of new terms to look for and understand going into the lab. Velocity. This is displacement or the change in position over a given amount of time. In other words, it's speed with the direction. It's measured in meters per second. Constant velocity is a velocity that does not change over time.